Hello, and welcome to the Dual Credit Counseling session. Completion of this session will satisfy the college success counseling requirement of the Dual Credit Scholarship Program. Congratulations! Your decision to participate in dual credit can provide a great start for your next steps in education. Frequently asked questions of dual credit students include: what is dual credit and what does it mean for me in high school? How can I save time and money while in high school with dual credit? What are the academic expectations of a dual credit student? How can I maximize time management and study skills? This presentation will provide answers for these and many more questions. As a dual credit student, you are enrolled in a course which allows you to earn high school and college credit at the same time. Through a partnership between your high school and a college or university, you may have access to dual credit courses in various locations. These include on a college campus, a high school or technical center campus, or online. Depending on how your dual credit course is delivered, your day-to-day schedule will be impacted. Whereas a high school class might meet daily, on-campus college courses may meet 2 to 3 times per week. You also may have to travel to the college or university. Work with your high school guidance counselor or the college dual credit contact to be able to tour the campus prior to the first day of class. Also, find out where you should report on days you do not have class so you can dedicate time to completing the work of the class. Many high school teachers are also qualified to teach college courses. They have to be approved by the partnering college in order to teach dual credit coursework by years of work experience in the field and additional college credits. Even if you are taking your dual credit course at your high school or technical center campus, you should notice a difference in the course content because it is a college course. Online courses are organized differently and may require more of you to work independently. If you're taking an online dual credit course, find out where you will have dedicated access to a computer to allow for daily login to the course. Let's take a closer look at how a college schedule is different than a high school schedule. First, you will see the course number. Typically, most dual credit courses are numbered in the 100 to 200s because these are introductory level classes. As the course number rises, so does the difficulty of the course itself. If you are enrolled in a course that is numbered less than 100, it is possible this course will not count toward your degree because it is a transitional or developmental course. Next, you will find the subject of course content, such as computer science, English, science, etc. You might find the actual title of the course next along with the days the course meets, the time of the class, where the course is to be taught, the professor of the course, and finally, how many credit hours for which the course counts. If you find errors in the printed copy of your college schedule related to your dual credit course, speak to your guidance counselor or the college dual credit contact to correct the schedule as soon as possible. If your course is held on your high school's campus, these items may already be determined. It is important to understand how you earn credit for graduation. You also need to be aware of the differences in earning high school credit and college credit. Kentucky high school students are required to accumulate a minimum of 22 credits for graduation. Your local school board and school-based decision-making council have the authority to increase this minimum, so your high school's requirement may be greater. Most high schools award 1 high school credit per year per course. In some instances, a student might have a semester, trimester, or a 9-week course where fewer credits are awarded per course. Your guidance counselor can verify how your high school awards credit. Minimum high school graduation requires core credit in language arts, math, social studies, science, health, and physical education, as well as history and appreciation of visual and performing arts. Credits earned in career and technical education, also known as CTE, are offered in sequence for a 4-credit career pathway that supports your career interest as a student. These credits might include coursework in career fields such as the health sciences, business and marketing, information technology, automotive technology, and many more. CTE is often delivered at an area technology center, ATC, a career and technical center, CTC, or in your local high school. Finally, high school minimum requirements can include credit from courses such as world language, band, choir, and other elective options available at your high school. Please see your guidance counselor if you have questions about credit awarding and requirements at your high school. Next, let's talk through how credit is awarded in college. Oftentimes, a college student will be asked, "How many credit hours are you taking this semester?" A college student needs to know that most colleges award 3 college credits per semester per course. So if a student is taking 5 courses in a semester, it could be answered that they are taking 15 credit hours. As always, there are exceptions to the 3-hour rule. Some courses are worth more or less than 3 hours, so it is important to understand the credit hours being awarded for each course. Look at the chart on this slide. On average, an associate's degree program requires a minimum of 60 total credit hours. If each course is worth 3 credit hours, you would need to take 20 courses to reach the 60-hour minimum. Chemistry or technical courses like, for example, nursing or welding, may also require a lab to practice the skills being learned. It is important to talk with the individual at the college you are taking the course to ensure that you take the lab, if required, for a course. These are just a few examples, but overall, you need to understand the minimum credit hours and the sequence of courses required for the degree you are seeking. You know the old saying, time is money? It is definitely true in the instance of taking and paying for college coursework. In fact, the more time you spend in college, the more costly it will be in the long run. Having ideas about what you want to do in a career and where you will go in the next few years is of vital importance. If you haven't used your ILP to help you find a career focus, then we highly recommend you log in and go through the process. A next step in planning includes using the college or university's website and college catalog. College degrees have minimum general education requirements for their programs. There may also be pre-major or prerequisite courses that have to be taken before you can enroll in the specific major courses. If you are thinking about taking a dual credit course with one college, but then enrolling full-time with another college or university, you will need to be aware of program requirements with both partners. Pre-planning will help with transferring the credit from one school to another. The Kentucky Statewide General Education Transfer Policy assists with transfer of general education credit among the Kentucky Community and Technical College System, KCTCS, and the 8 participating public universities in Kentucky. These 8 participating universities include Eastern Kentucky University, Kentucky State University, Morehead State University, Murray State University, Northern Kentucky University, University of Kentucky, University of Louisville, and Western Kentucky University. This policy eases the processes of transferring general education college credit between the schools. This policy does not apply to private and for-profit colleges. You will need to work with the college to determine how courses transfer to other colleges. Much like high school minimum graduation requirements, college general education core is divided into 5 categories. These include communications, quantitative reasoning like math, statistics or logic, arts and humanities, natural sciences, and social and behavioral sciences. Let's talk about the first category listed here, communications. This category usually encompasses courses like English 101, English 102 for written communications, and then a speech course for the oral communications requirement. You may choose to take all 9 credit hours through a college or university partnering with your high school. If you are taking AP courses, it is important to understand how AP credit, if earned, will be calculated at the college. Students should determine what course credits have been earned through AP coursework to avoid taking the same course as a dual credit course. Some universities prefer that you complete the entire category with your first enrolled college or university to be able to transfer into that university. Otherwise, you may be required to retake coursework or complete the entire category with the new university. Again, the actual degree you are pursuing will help you understand whether you need all hours listed on this chart for credit. For example, if you are planning on majoring in English education, then only 1 or 2 science courses might be required. However, you may need to take several hours in English, so it would make sense for you to take both English 101 and English 102. It is also important to note that associate degree programs, such as welding, will require general education core, but this may only be 3 credit hours in English/written communications. If you start an associate degree program and eventually work to complete a bachelor degree program, you may be required to finish any areas of general core that were not taken in the original associate degree program. Let's analyze an example degree program. Do you recognize anything we discussed? Some details you may have spotted. The schedule is broken down into 3 years or 6 semesters, so we might assume that the student has already acquired some credit from their high school dual credit program. General education core is found throughout each semester. The course number indicates the subject area and course level. Most courses are listed as 3 credit hours. The major is finance in the Bachelor's of Business Administration or BBA degree program. We can definitely see coursework required as well as the specific finance courses. We would need to reference the college or university catalog to identify appropriate coursework for the finance track options listed in the 3rd year of the program. Understanding the requirements of the degree program can assist you with selecting appropriate dual credit coursework. Now that we've compared the differences in the way credit is awarded in high school and college and have an idea about how much credit you need to acquire for a degree program, you can see how much time and money you can save by being successful in a dual credit course. By gaining college credits prior to graduating from high school, you have increased the likelihood that you will be able to complete your college degree in a shorter period of time. Dual credit courses are weighted on the KEYS GPA scale. You can earn more keys to use after high school graduation. Similar to Advanced Placement, AP, or International Baccalaureate, IB courses, a student earning a B in a dual credit course will have the same 4-point value of an A in a regular high school course. An A in the dual credit course would have a 5-point value when calculating high school GPA for KEYS. The Dual Credit Scholarship Program allows juniors and seniors the opportunity to take dual credit courses for free before graduating from high school. For the 2025 to 2026 year, the scholarship will pay for up to 2 general education dual credit courses. General education courses are core courses that are required at the high school and college levels, and they are for subjects like English, math, chemistry, biology, and physics. Students who are taking career and technical education courses can use their work-ready dual credit scholarships to cover the cost for 2 CTE dual credit courses each year. Each of the post-secondary institutions participating in the Dual Credit Scholarship Program have also agreed to lower their tuition rates for all dual credit courses taken by Kentucky high school students. This means that students can take courses above and beyond what is covered by the scholarship at a cost that is much lower than regular college tuition. For example, the dual credit tuition rate is $97 per credit hour for the 2025 to 2026 academic year. Regular college tuition can range anywhere from $180 to $600 per credit hour. Taking as many dual credit courses as you can will save you hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. There are 39 different post-secondary institutions participating in the Dual Credit Scholarship Program. These include all 16 of the Kentucky Community and Technical College institutions, all 8 of the state's public universities, and 15 of the state's private, nonprofit colleges and universities. Your high school has worked with their partner institutions to determine which courses will be accepted for dual credit and how the credit will count toward meeting your high school graduation requirements. Before you do anything else for the dual credit class, read and understand the syllabus. The syllabus is provided by the professor on the first day of class and can be given in written form or posted online in the Learning Management System, LMS. A syllabus is a written guide to a class, usually including special dates for reading assignments, tests, papers, projects, and explains the professor's grading, attendance, and communication policy. Find out if your local district or high school is providing any materials for the course. If not, you will need to locate and purchase these resources. Many classes begin reading requirements within the first week or so of class, so it's vital to get all materials and books required for your course as soon as you know the title and versions required. If listed on the syllabus, the ISBN number is helpful to verify you have the correct book. Your high school teacher may have posted attendance every day. However, your college professor may or may not take attendance, but know that attendance matters. Professors may drop a student from a course if they do not attend class on the first day or during the first week of class. This includes, in an online class, logging into the Learning Management System, LMS. Oftentimes, posting your first assignment to be considered attending class. An online class may be organized differently and might require more independently read materials. The level of expectation is a bit greater because there is limited face-to-face interaction. In an online class, make sure you log into your class several times a day/week if at all possible. Additionally, the professor might also post announcements in online classroom and will more than likely communicate regularly within discussion board. Throughout high school, your grades have been issued on a report card and your GPA has been calculated on a high school transcript. In college, even when you are taking dual credit courses, you are creating a college transcript. This is a permanent academic record and will follow you into the future. Other colleges and eventually employers will need to review your academic record. If you take one dual credit course with one college and then, after graduating high school, enroll full-time in another college, you will have to report the grades you earned from your dual credit courses. Your GPA starts over with college. Unlike AP or IB courses, dual credit course grades do become part of your college GPA. Your first dual credit class can be the first grade you receive in college. It is very important to keep in mind that a poor or failing grade in a dual credit course could risk many things like the minimum number of credits you need for high school graduation, a low college GPA, and follow you through your entire college career. The college you attend after high school may also consider your performance in dual credit courses when deciding about admission and scholarships. Degree programs from engineering to education to nursing oftentimes have minimum GPA admissions requirements before you can take additional coursework in the program. Being conscious of your high school and college GPA is important. Remember, be wise with your academic performance in dual credit courses. Plagiarism is defined as an act of copying the ideas or words of another person without giving credit to that person. While you might have been able to copy someone else's work from the internet and turn it in as your own, in college it isn't quite as easy. Plagiarism is a very serious offense and eventually you will get caught. In a college course, plagiarism could lead to consequences ranging from receiving a 0 on an assignment, expulsion from the class, a note on your permanent record regarding academic dishonesty, and even expulsion from the college or university. Many schools now use services, such as Turnitin, which automatically check for plagiarism in student work. Something of note is that many high school students feel if they read something and summarize it in their own words, then it isn't plagiarism. If you summarize someone else's ordinal thoughts and claim them as your own, it is indeed plagiarism. The bottom line, don't be tempted. Learn how to properly summarize and cite someone else's work to avoid plagiarism. The responsibility is yours. Dropping a course or two in your college career is considered normal. You may find that the course is not working with your schedule, you realize that you would rather take a different course, or you may run into extreme difficulty in understanding the course content and need to drop now with intent to try again later, rather than getting a poor grade. If you drop a class before the drop date, then no grade will appear on your college transcript and the drop does not impact your GPA. If you drop the class after the drop date, then a grade of W, indicating withdrawn, will appear on your transcript. Also, a note for the future. Your eligibility for financial aid depends, in part, on your grades. For example, a cumulative GPA of 2.5, C+, or higher is required to keep keys after your first year of college. Your dual credit grades will become a part of your college cumulative GPA. Time management is a critical component to being a successful college student. One of the first things to understand about taking a college-level course is that you are responsible for your own learning. Don't expect reminders from your professor about reading assignments, project due dates, or when to report to class. Remember, your course syllabus serves as a great resource for these details. A weekly planner and an electronic planner will help keep your assignment dates organized. Pay attention to deadlines and be sure to submit work on time in advance of the deadline. This is especially important in an online class. You never know when you might run into technical issues. Manage your time well and form a habit of committing at least 2 hours a day to reading and completing assignments. Work hard to stay ahead on your coursework. Don't expect opportunities for makeup or extra credit on assignments. If you have a professor who allows it, be grateful, but don't expect it from every professor. Extra credit usually doesn't exist in college. Something else to consider. Oftentimes, the professor may expect you to have covered the material listed on the syllabus and also may test on those items even if they have not covered this material in class. In addition to time management, communication is important to your success. Make the effort to get to know your professor. The professor's contact information and their office hours are listed on the syllabus. Make an appointment. In an online class, office hours may be virtual to allow an online meeting or phone call. After referring to your syllabus, office hours may be used for you to ask smart questions about details of the class or about an assignment. Sometime during the semester, you may experience an emergency and need to communicate the emergency to the professor. The professor is an important person guiding you through this educational journey. They have worked hard to achieve their level of higher education and want to see you successfully pass their class. Most are very helpful in times of verifiable emergencies. It is also expected that you should use professional language when communicating with your professor. Proper use of capitalization, punctuation, and avoiding texting lingo are all appropriate. Check your university-issued email regularly to stay in the loop with university announcements and messages from your professor. It is possible that your university email may be the only accepted account for communication and to submit assignments. Get to know your classmates. Forming a study group will help you learn from one another and discuss what you've learned to prepare for assignments and tests. If you miss a class, a member of your group can help you collect notes or in class announcements. Take advantage of every resource that is available to help you understand the course material better, such as tutoring services, writing centers, and the library. Keep distractions such as TV, social media, or video games to a minimum. Find a quiet spot, free from distractions, to train your brain to focus on studying. Organize your notes and review them regularly. Read your textbook, and as you read, underline or make a note to what seems important. Outlining your reading assignments is also helpful. Identify areas where you have questions. Do not wait until the last minute to ask for help. If you wait, it may be too late. Finally, do not procrastinate. Procrastination will always catch up with you. At the end of the day, remember to think positively. If you get a bad grade on an assignment, take the feedback given and work on it. Don't get upset. The only person who has the power to upset you is yourself. Refuse to lose. Never give up. If you need help, ask for it. In order to qualify for a dual credit course, you had to work hard to meet the minimum benchmark requirements. Take this as a positive. Remember, above all, you can do it. More information on dual credit may be found by clicking the web addresses listed on the screen, or you may ask your guidance counselor for more information. Thank you for your time and attention. This video is a joint effort between the Kentucky Higher Education Assistance Authority, KHEA, and the Kentucky Department of Education, KDE. Good luck and good studying. We wish you great success in all of your coursework this year.